The only people that don't get time off this time of year are pro athletes and us at BetOnline. With NFL, bowl season, and NBA in full swing over the holidays, BetOnline isn't taking a second off to make sure you have all the up-to-the-second odds, news, and info. BetOnline has all the sports wagering info available you need with both desktop and mobile access. Head there today to get into the action. Remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit.
And welcome into the Christmas special episode here at OC Fan TV. This will be out in the new year because we know us, but it's before Christmas right now. It's definitely going to be after Christmas, at least, that this comes out. Me, I know this. There's no shot.
How much money you want to put on it?
When is it? Monday? Christmas is Monday? All right, so this will be out Christmas Eve.
I could get it out tomorrow, the 22nd.
We'll see about that. Bet you $10 it's not out tomorrow. So, if it is out tomorrow, Merry Christmas in advance. This is the holiday special episode, as you can tell. We're all dressed the part, except for this guy. He's got some weird thing on his head. I don't know. Never seen it before. There you go. That's it.
Now you really look like a fucking nutsack.
But yeah, thank you guys for coming back in. You get spoiled 2 episodes in 1 week, potentially. We're really back on a roll here, boys. Love that. So the draft happened. Gosh, guys, come on.
What's wrong with you? He said I look like a nutsack.
Help.
Oh,
No.
so rude.
No.
The draft did just happen.
Yeah. See a lot of debate online, and I kind of want to ask you guys, do you think the MLS should do away with the draft?
I have for the longest time, so yeah.
I agree. It's dead.
There's no point, if we're being honest.
If I can't boo Don Garber, then there's no point.
That's correct.
Like, I can boo Andrew Weeb whenever I want.
Yes.
So
what if they implemented like a live draft to where like they move it to cities and they come to Orlando?
And 14
Then you
people
get
show
to.
up?
Then you get to. Well, I'm sure we would all like to boo Don
Don't
Garber.
order. Yeah.
well, the only way I'd ever watch the draft is they did like Twitch stream where I could donate and you have to hear what I say.
Text to speech
Yeah.
on the MLS
Yeah,
draft.
that'd probably be the only way I'd be interested in watching the draft anymore. But I suffered through it, and yeah, I suffered through it.
It's a great way to put it.
Orlando surprised us, though, because I thought we were going to sit there and wait until the 25th. You know, we have had a lot of success in the draft, and I kind of thought there may have been a possibility that we'd try to trade up to a higher pick. You know, maybe not one of the first 5 picks, but maybe try to get inside the top 10. I think we saw a team inside the top 10 trade away day of draft. So, you know, I kind of expected us to maybe try to do that. But once we got to around pick 15, I knew that we were going to ride it out. And then we didn't ride it out and ended up picking up the 21st pick from...
You're asking the wrong person.
No, I'm thinking. I'm not asking. I could tell you right now, but we end up drafting Zach.
No, I would like to, Bryce, try to pronounce this.
Dude, I don't even have it on my phone. Which
It
means
is.
it's not in my brain.
It is. Right there. It
Giorgio?
You got-
Kaskevsky.
Oh, you were so close.
Where's the F?
I never said an F. I said a V.
Kuchevsky.
V.
The VS is the sound.
Yeah, it
Kuchevsky.
is. So,
Fuck you.
So,
Courtesy of the Colorado Rapids. 'Cause you-
Colorado. okay. I was going to say Nashville, but I would have been wrong. So, I'm glad you clarified that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, a midfielder out of Syracuse, correct?
Correct.
From what I saw from him and the little bit that I could find, he's a creative player. To me, seemed to be more of an 8 than a 10. But definitely somebody I feel is an academy signing for us, as with all of our draft picks. But an academy signing, somebody to develop and maybe step into the role as we see Felipe, move out in these next couple of years. So I don't know that he's got the talent to step into the first team right now, but he could also surprise me. And then, do you have anything to say?
I was the accolades and the stats on the website is just what I was going to read off.
Yeah, go ahead.
He appeared in 71 games in his 4 years at Syracuse. He recorded 7 goals, 18 assists. So very much more of a provider than a scorer. As a senior, he was named ACC Co-Midfielder of the Year, the first Syracuse player to win said award. He scored 1 goal, had 12 assists in the 2023 season. So his most former season was his best. He had 12 of his 18 assists in the last season. In 2022, he played a vital role in the midfield, helping Syracuse become NCAA national champions, ACC tournament champions, and ACC Atlantic Division regular season champions. So we're getting an accomplished midfielder out of the college arena, and we're going to see how that translates into either the OCB test or possibly the first team. Who knows? Probably not right away, but it is a player to watch out for as he develops in our academy, just training grounds, wherever he may be.
Yeah, so then we move on to the 25th pick, which is the pick that we were originally supposed to have, and we pick up a left winger out of Wake Forest.
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Cool.
Sorry.
Let's see. Let's get Bryce on this one again.
Yataro Tuscata.
Where's the first A?
Who?
You said Yataro.
Ya.
You.
Why
you?
Utaro.
Yep, Utaro.
Tsukada.
Sukata.
They should really put the pronunciations.
That would be nice, but
It was fun watching Weeb try to, and I'm purposely mispronouncing Weeby. Just want to throw that out there. Fumble through both of our picks' names. He was like Utaro Sukata.
I'd be doing the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah, but you're not on Apple TV doing the draft.
Yeah.
Miguel Gallardo gave some commentary on this pick because he was on the panel, which actually was the best thing of the draft. So, but saying that this is somebody that he saw leading up to the draft and is potentially the best one-on-one player in this entire draft class.
Mm-hmm.
So that's obviously high praise coming from Japan to Daytona State, JUCO product, going on to West Virginia, and then coming back home to a couple. Yeah, a little. We're calling it coming home here in Orlando, I guess. Somebody that could potentially, which got brought up on the broadcast by Miguel also, we're having trouble getting the Angulo signing done. It's taking a little longer than we anticipated. Signing a dynamic left winger in the draft, potentially a depth signing for us to provide for maybe a DP or Ojeda that we see take over that role, because it's now, we heard more news today about the Angulo situation looking like they want 2.5 for him.
Yep.
And that's a little steep of a price, I feel, for Angulo.
I would have to agree. I think that is what Palmeiras.
Mm-hmm.
Palmeiras brought him in for.
Yes.
So it was either 1.5 or 2.5?
No, 2.5.
Then there's
his value is currently 1.5.
So I'm not paying $2.5 million for Angulo right now. You gotta have some sort of finishing product with you.
A lot of people feel that we can get the deal done for under 2.5 because they don't think that they'll look to recoup all of that. But
I'm not doing it for 1.75.
They also know what they have there and are probably going to sell to the highest bidder. So
I thought he was out of contract at the end of the year.
I don't think so.
I think he was signed 2025.
We extended his loan?
No, he at Palmeiras.
Yeah, but we did get an extended loan for this season, I believe. So, yeah, like I said, a left winger in the draft is an interesting and obviously getting some high praise. So we'll see where he lands. Probably OCB side, but you never know. It could be something to look for.
Especially if we can't complete the Angulo sign, that may be an early call up.
Yep.
Just a quick little recap. With West Virginia, he appeared in 40 matches, scoring 13 goals, 14 assists. So 27 goal contributions in 40 matches. Not mad about that at all. Cannata tied for the team lead and was 16th in the nation with 12 goals, even though it just says he scored 13 gols in 2023. I don't know. There might have been a
penalty goal or something like that.
Something. 6 of his 12 goals served as game winners, which is third best in the country. He had led the team in that same season with 9 assists, which helped him earn United Soccer Coaches All-America third team and United Soccer Coaches All-Southeast Region first team honors. Prior to playing at West Virginia, Cannata played 2 seasons at Daytona State College, which we did mention before. So he could end up being a little gem we find in the draft. We are very good at that, especially with attacking players, so I wouldn't mind that happening. If he is a replacement to Angulo and it happens a little bit quicker than we thought it would, still not mad at all.
From what I've seen watching some of his tape from his freshman season at Daytona State, he just, I don't know, he just puts his body in a good position in order to make the cleanest strike he can on the ball, and he really doesn't miss that much. So,
well, in the highlights film, I would hope he's not missing.
Yeah,
I mean, we've seen highlight film where the product doesn't look great.
Yeah,
not naming names, but
so I feel, kind of looking back on this draft now, that this is the guy that we intended to pick the whole time. And I feel like we saw Giorgio on the board still at that 21st, and it was something that we were willing to get done. We could, make that trade happen, and we went up to get him because it was somebody else that we were interested in. But I do feel that this, Cannata has been our pick.
Yep. And maybe we did have that plan all along. What are you looking at?
Your stupid head.
You're stupid.
You look like a garden gnome. I hope you know that.
I can't say these things.
or the alien from Toy Story.
Or a nutsack, apparently.
Or the little fucking fluffy things from Club Penguin.
I don't even know what you're
It's not
talking
the
about.
Puffles.
Yeah.
So if that was the plan all along, and this was a replacement to Angulo, I'm not complaining. If we had a plan in place to replace him for what is free, I believe, we don't have to pay a fee for these guys.
No.
No, you just got to pay their contract.
Yeah. Then he's going to be on what I would assume to be lower wages than Ivan Angulo. And we don't have to worry about buying an Angulo from Palmeiras. It might take a year. We might not have him right away, but I'd much rather have that and someone who seems to be able to finish with his 27 goal contributions in 40 matches at West Virginia than Angulo. No offense. Sorry, buddy.
Definitely interested to see what happened from there. But we had 2 more picks in the second and third round. Well, 2 more picks total between the second and third round. Picking up 2 more midfielders. You're going to have to find the names because I can't remember.
First one I got. I hope Bryce is reading them.
Flip. I'm kidding. Philip Merkovich.
I did just find the pronunciations at the bottom of this article, so we will go over those with you and see how you did.
I just quit.
Flip.
That's his name. It's
I
done.
think there's I don't even fucking know. I'm so tired, bro. Anyway, there's a theme of this draft, and we got a bunch of young midfielders, and I don't know if we see another midfielder come in. I think we got Felipe, Araujo, Cartagena, Dagger Dan could play there. And then I think we're just hoping for one of these guys to be able to be a backup reserve type option for us.
So then is that you thinking that Facundo is going to be the 10 the whole season?
I meant like...
Oh, like 8 and 6.
Yeah.
No 10. All right.
But yeah.
All right, yeah. So Markovic, the University of Pittsburgh, logged 75 appearances, 7 goals, and 28 assists in 4 years. He was also, in 2023, he was named to the Mac Herman Trophy watch list. He also joined the Wrexham Red Dragons in the soccer tournament 77 that was held in Cary, North Carolina back in June of this year. So,
there you go.
He could be a good 77 player if we ever start that, Sure. There you go.
And then with our last pick in the 3rd round, we selected.
Ooh. I said I quit. It looks like Ryan Torrey. Rian Torrey.
So we're going with Ryan or Rion?
Rian.
83rd pick, Rion Torrey from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. He also played collegiately at St. John's University before transferring to the Charlotte 49ers. Torrey, a junior this year at Charlotte, was eligible for the 2024 MLS SuperDraft under the expanded pool of eligible players that includes players who are currently collegiate sophomores, juniors, and above. So a bunch of hoopla.
So he's even younger.
Yeah. I don't know if it says age, year. No. He's here.
So, yeah, interesting. We'll be interested to see what happens with these young guys and how they develop and where they end up getting placed. I do agree. I don't see us signing another 6 or 8, as we do have options already on OCB that we could bring up. So that's the draft. It was shit, but we seem to do pretty well in the draft, and I think we, happy to see all these boys here.
Yep.
Excited to see what they can do. Welcome to the family. Promise we're not going to bully you. A lot.
There you go. To clarify pronunciations, Giorgio Kushevsky, Yutaro Sukata, Philip Murkovic, and it's Rion Torrey.
Rion Torrey.
Rion.
Welcome to the club, lads. It's time.
Let's
The
get
journey.
to work.
Yeah, the journey has just begun. It's time to get to work.
I can't say that and be serious wearing this, so I'll let y'all stay with that.
Your little hoopla comment earlier, you look like someone that would say hoopla.
I hate y'all tonight.
Cindy Lou Who.
All right. So, a quick recap of the new rules that were put out by MLS earlier this week, late last week,
Last week.
So late last week. The first one being if there is a player on the ground for more than 15 seconds, the rest will stop being injured. The rest will stop play so that the player can be removed and will stay off for a minimum of 2 minutes. So hopefully this will reduce the time that a player is rolling around on the ground faking injury. I believe we saw it in MLS Next Pro last season, and there was some sort of stat that said it took injury time down like 99.7%. Or something. It took something down 99.7%. So it did make the correct impact, hence them bringing it into the MLS.
The only question I have about that is if Bro is actually hurt over there, are they just going to drag him off the field?
If he's actually hurt, I think the thing is he's coming off anyway. So whether it's off for 2 minutes or off for the rest of the match.
I just mean like for the 10 seconds thing. Like after 10 seconds, they're going to be like, all right, bring the brooms. Like start sweeping Burrow onto the sidelines. Like,
So we could be fucked because if Pedro goes down,
I was going to
That's
say
just
then
15 seconds.
Academy Awards.
Yeah, the Academy Awards probably going.
like if our keeper's hurt, are we playing with 10 and no keeper?
Schlegel's getting the gloves on?
Hell no! Get that motherfucker off the pitch.
so yeah. What else did we have?
Next one, VAR decisions announced throughout the stadium for transparency. I think we can all appreciate that.
That's class.
No complaints.
I don't know why we're so far behind, but
I don't. Do they
So-
announce it in the Prem, or do they just have it on the screen?
They just have it on
They
the screen.
hear an announcement.
You do?
They announced it,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, it is over the speakers?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Well-
you'll hear like VAR checking for possible penalty
Handball.
or whatever it is.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but do they do the decision over the speaker?
No.
You don't, not the decision, but
No.
you'll at least know what they're checking for rather than just this random stop and play.
So now we're getting decisions.
So yeah, now we're getting decisions by the official on the pitch.
Is
So
it
it's
not the
going
Yankee Stadium now?
no, it's going to be
Really?
NFL style, where the ref is
He
supposed to
stands there, turns his mic on.
turns his mic on.
You get the feedback first.
I can't wait to hear these fucks' voices.
Fucking after further review,
Yeah. After further
Targeting.
review.
offense number
So-
15.
As it is, yes, we're behind, but it is the most American way that we could have caught up to the times.
I mean, who would have guessed? Don Garber.
I'm not surprised.
No, none of us are. What else happened? Oh yeah, that's right. Don Garber gave us pennies to spend while Miami gets to continue to blow.
By Barcelona.
Yeah, continue to blow the entire league's bank. That's what happened. It was like what, from 1.4 to 2 million.
It might have been 1.7
So
to 2 mil.
yeah,
I don't even
he
know.
basically gave us less than 500K.
Yep.
More in TAM, right? Or
So when I went through that one, I just put Tam and Gam bullshit. Because that's just what it is.
you know, Tack actually said it the best. It was Don Garber gives MLS teams monopoly money or creates more fake rules and gives teams monopoly money to spend on players.
That's so fucked up. It's what, 2 mil for the year, right?
Yeah, it's per season. That's like our spend.
That's crazy when you think about like other sports.
Barring DPs, of course.
I know, no,
Yeah.
yeah, but like when you think about it, comparatively to like other sports where you just have Shohei signing.
Yeah, I was just about to say we got
700
Brody over there making 700 mil, and then meanwhile Kyle Smith is over here making a bagger at Publix salary.
You can't forget about the side hustle though.
There's a reason bro's got a side hustle.
This, for the refereeing, going back to that, the VAR decisions, it'll be the first time it has been trialed in a top flight league. So it is by the ref on the pitch. First time it's happening in a top league, and it's on TV and in the stadium.
What's his bald head?
Alan Chapman,
Yeah,
Ted Uncle.
Dude, I'm gonna lose
These
it.
guys sound like fucking.
One other thing that they did change is the discovery list is now down from 7 players to 5 players.
Oh damn!
So we had to take Ronaldo and Messi off of our discovery list.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Well, at least we still got Mbappe and Neymar on there.
I think, don't we have, who's the Arda Güler? The Real Madrid
Yeah.
channel?
We have
discovered him, right?
Yeah, we have discovery rights to him too.
I discovered Holland. I'm just saying we can add that one on there.
All I'm saying is, if every MLS team didn't try to get artists discovery rights, what are you doing? Like, that is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard of, and
Just the discovery list in and of itself is not great. Because what it is just dibs.
Yeah.
We have dibs on this player.
Like, what if he just doesn't want to go there? Like,
That was Ronaldo with SKC. SKC.
Who the fuck wants to go?
Or was it Messi?
No, it was Ronaldo.
Oh,
yeah.
Ronaldo, I'm sorry. Ronaldo's not living in Missouri, in Kansas. He's not. Yeah, so apart from that, it was just a bunch more technical stuff that I didn't really get into, all the TAM and GAM stuff and salary cap, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter, don't go over shit.
Well, speaking on the TAM, GAM, and all the other shit, while we were sitting up here in the studio, we received news. The retirement home gained another member.
Yeah, they did.
Pac-Man ends up making his trip down to fucking Fort Lauderdale. Don't know how they keep getting away with it, but
It's now Busquets, Messi, Suarez, Jordi Alba. They had Matuidi, oldest. Who they had someone before.
Higuain.
Higuain.
Yeah,
Both Higuains.
fucking Johnson's son.
Bro, but like the dentists down south are gonna go crazy with that one. The money that they're gonna make from him,
Bro's smile gonna be on
ridiculous.
every billboard. Big ass teeth gonna be on every billboard down there, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, if fucking Suarez bites Schlegel, Schlegel's gonna fucking Wario punch the shit out of him.
Wow.
He automatically wins the Brexit award for next year.
Facts.
Wow.
Is it bad that I could see him biting Robin? Like I can envision it already.
Yeah, and I
Somebody-
could see Robin fucking pile driving him at the same
Yeah,
time.
Pulls a horseshoe
Yeah.
out of his back pocket.
Pow! Just pulls out the
The war horn.
fucking Dagger Dan comes. Oh, we
Yeah,
love.
so there's that news. Retirement home adds another member.
Yep.
You want to say one last thing?
No.
Senior citizen finds way home.
Fort Lauderdale added another player, but we have lost 2 players and a member of the staff in the past week or so. First one being a cult hero, legend, Capitan, whatever you want to describe him as, Mauricio Pereira, has departed and went back to his home country and joined Nacional.
This boyhood club.
He's made it full circle.
Yep.
He started in Uruguay. He went over to Europe. He played in the Champions League for Krasnodar. I'm sure there were multiple stops in between there. Probably, maybe not. Came over here, played in the Champions League over here. So he's played in the real Champions League, and then he's played in the one in Europe.
Yep.
So
Has
he's made it all the way.
a lot of trophies
Just
to take.
like that.
Has a lot of trophies to take home with him. He's won at every level. So yeah, a born winner, a leader.
100% a leader.
Just a guy. Just his character is defined by his decision to stay here when Urso left because he knew we needed him, and for him to stay, to take that wage cut so we could be able to, make signings and do things like that just speaks to who he is.
Yep.
So glad to see him go home. Another person that goes home, Antonio Carlos.
That one hurts.
That one hurts a lot.
Yep.
Obviously, we know it's his desire to go because we heard those rumors earlier in the year. The deal being worked out, and then him being subbed off in the game, and the way he left that game, looking at the wall and all that kind of stuff. We were like, yep, this is the last time that we see Antonio. And he ends up riding out the rest of the season with us. So
Doesn't really play much more. Schlegel got most of the starting minutes after that. It's a tough one to see go. He is also early 30s, probably semi-close to retiring, wants to be home in his home country with his family. So you can't. It's another one where you can't really blame him. Probably would have liked to have a better goodbye with him. Just a guy that we're going to miss. He's another guy that embodies what it meant to play for this club.
Yep.
He has that Brazilian flair and passion. Fantastic passer of the ball. Between him and Robin, we could ping passes anywhere we wanted to. And it's someone that we're going to have to try and replace. But we enjoyed his time here, and we'll always appreciate his contributions.
it's club legend.
Bittersweet right there.
And then
Third member that left, not a player.
Wilfred Rivera.
Wilfredo Rivera also, he maybe made a handful, maybe less than that, senior appearances for the club. A guy that grew up in the academy. Unfortunately, never made it. He has a decent amount of appearances for the Puerto Rican national team, though. So he'll find a club out there for him. Unfortunately, it just wasn't here, and he couldn't fulfill the whole story coming from the academy. So thank you to Wilfredo also.
yes,
That closes out. I believe that closes.
well,
No, Adam Grinwiz
Greenwiz
also left?
Yeah, Greenwiz also.
for the second time.
Yeah, well, I think it's for good this time. We'll always have that. We'll always have that moment. Club legend, Cold
Correct.
Hero again.
Yep.
But it's time to say goodbye, Grinny. We appreciate everything.
We'll never forget the run into the wall. Am I missing any players?
That should be it.
Then we are going to Josema Basan. You like that? Is that good?
Perfecto.
Apparently he has a future. I believe he was in the Mexican league coaching there.
Mhm.
So I think he's just taking, as LeBron said, taking his talents somewhere else. I believe he worked with Oscar for a very long time. He considers Basan a brother, so it's probably hard for them to depart. But we wish him the best of luck in the future. Also, doing, or I guess, creating his own ventures.
Yeah, I think that's what they said. Tackling his own ventures and stuff
Nice.
like that now. So
Good for him.
I mean, you have an assistant coach that's quite frankly that good. He's always going to take that next step. It just happened this season.
It was probably just a matter of time.
Mhm.
At one point, he did have to bust up with the fans or I don't know exactly what it was, but I believe that was all redeemed. So there's no love lost in that situation at all. And we appreciate his contributions yet again.
His what are they called? Grill.
Oh,
the Asados will be
Asados
for
Asados.
Fucking lit.
yeah, those will be forever missed.
So, gonna move on from the departures, and before we go into two players that we personally want to see come into the club, or think someone like that should come into the club, we're first going to mention our Champions Cup draw.
Mm-hmm.
The first leg will be in another country, in Canada, basically on the border at this point, against Calvary FC, and
Where's it being played?
some sports complex,
It's getting played on Victoria's Island,
Victoria's Island.
Vancouver Island.
Vancouver Island, which is west of Vancouver.
What is Victoria's Island then?
I don't know.
Victoria is
Victoria
another
City
island.
right
Yeah,
next to it.
There you go. Victoria is a city on Vancouver Island. For those of you that are looking to go out there, Victoria will be the city that you would fly into. But yeah, it's 14-hour drive from Calvary's home stadium.
Nice.
They don't have the facilities.
For that
Literally,
big man.
they don't have the facilities, big man, to keep the field from freezing.
That shit's gonna be so ass. It's in February, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be raining and cold.
So that's
Rainy and
why.
cold.
That's why
We'll
it got
see you on
moved.
the live stream, boys and
So-
girls.
That's why it got moved to Vancouver Island out there.
That blows my mind how it doesn't snow over there at all ever.
Doesn't
It's so
snow.
weird. Swear. In Vancouver, it never snows.
I've definitely seen pictures
Or-
of it, Vancouver Island with
No.
snow.
No, look it up, bro. I was
I
looking at it.
Promise you, I found them.
Bro, there's no way it's gonna be that fucking cold and there's no snow.
If it snows in Seattle,
Dude, I'm telling. I don't know. I've looked, and supposedly it never gets below 32, but it probably has before. Anyways, I'm kind of bummed they moved it from Calgary because that stadium, low key,
Look nice.
looked like a nice little away day.
Well, maybe don't have your pitch freeze, and then we can have a chat.
yeah, it's still another 6,000 person stadium. So another small venue.
I will not be suffering through that.
Nope.
Definitely thinking about going. So hopefully we'll see those of you that trek up there. But second leg is the next week, the 27th, here at Exploria Stadium. We definitely got lucky in this draw. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah.
If there's a team that I wanted to have to face, it'd probably be them.
I agree that we got quote unquote lucky, but they did finish 13 points ahead of anyone else in the Canadian Championship Premier League or Canadian Premier League. So if there was a Canadian team to draw, they would be tough. They would be Calgary. I believe Forge FC was also in there
Mhm.
in the draw. They finished on 42 points in second place, 13 points below. So Calgary
Right.
was,
Well,
I guess, just a step above
there's-
everyone else.
There's only 7 teams in the fucking league.
9?
So-
like, let's be honest, how good is that league to be?
Well, that's
Probably
I was
shite.
just about to say. So now you're talking about Zenit and Krasnodar. You know what I mean? Like, I'm taking either one of those teams in the draw. So,
No, it's fair, but you also don't want to go into it thinking, "Oh, we have this in the bag."
oh,
and
absolutely,
go out and
not.
shit
Yeah.
the bed.
Well, it's never going to be easy to travel as far as we do, play in a completely different environment, but that also goes both ways. Now, when those boys come down here to Florida, they are going to be in for a fucking rough day.
Yeah, most likely. It'll probably be a lot warmer by then.
Mm-hmm. I mean, February here is still going to be cold, but when we're talking about cold, it'll
70.
be
It's like, is it late February?
Yeah,
21st and 27th.
7th.
Oh, so it'll be like 80s.
Yeah,
100%.
We'll probably be pushing 70s, 80s late February. You know,
Not
humid as
because
fuck.
then you're getting close to springtime, and that's when.
Yeah, humid as fuck. So it's going to work both ways.
Comments? Concerns?
I would say we got lucky on the draw. We got shafted in the bracket.
Yeah, because if we
Yeah.
beat Calvary and who does
Vancouver.
Tigres plays Vancouver?
Yeah.
So we could end up playing Tigres in the second round.
Yeah, we're
Second
definitely
row.
on the tougher side of that bracket
But-
for sure.
We get our revenge, maybe.
Possibly.
Plus, we have no Cara this time.
And the away goal rule is
Gone.
Dead and over.
so.
Just 1 year off. Yep. So Calvary in the first round, possibly Tigres in the second round if we get through. Should be a fun little time playing Tigres again. Like you said, get the revenge.
It's definitely a tournament I want to win. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. It is our equivalent of the Champions League over in Europe.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't have the same quality, it should still hold the same standard and desire to win as a European club winning the UEFA Champions League.
And I feel that it does. I don't know, most of the other countries outside of here.
Mhm.
And it may just be because Mexico's been a powerhouse for so long and it's just been them winning this trophy. But yeah, new season.
One thing I would like to see from the CCC is maybe like grouping.
Yeah.
I would just, rather than 2-leg matches and stuff, I
Play
don't
in a
know.
group.
Yeah, group. Then you get to the 16 and maybe you do.
Like an actual Champions League
Yeah.
format. Yeah. That makes sense.
I think I don't know exactly how it lines up, but possibly travel ruins that. I feel like traveling from Canada, having to play a team in Jamaica,
No.
it's a bit of travel.
What about that team in like South America, but somehow they're playing? I'll have to find the country, bro. Like, I don't even know what it's called. I'll find it.
While you
Just keep
research
going.
that, we're going to start to move on to our final segment, and that is two players that we could possibly see joining Orlando City, or just that style of player that we would like to see in a semi-realistic fashion. Before we get too far into it, did you find it?
Suriname. Or
Suriname?
Yeah. What is it? What?
Suriname.
Suriname.
What was it? Suriname?
Suriname.
No.
Suriname.
Suriname.
See, it's not as easy as one thought.
Suriname.
But yeah, they're pretty
There
much,
it is.
they are in the mountains of Brazil.
Oh, got you.
Look at that shit. How is that? Look how far it is. It's that one right there. It's in Brazil.
Okay.
So imagine that to Vancouver. Bro. That's
Yeah.
a fucking 24-hour flight.
Not sure that's how it works.
No.
Okay, well, it's fucking long, okay?
Since you're still talking, give us one of your players that you would like to see join.
We need center back help, right?
Yep. Correct.
So, we go down to the Liga MX, or whatever.
MX.
Fuck. Yep. And we sign center back from Santos Laguna, Felix Torres.
Was he possibly in the squad when we played them?
Yes.
Maybe. Don't know.
Probably, most likely. I think I did a little research on this guy. I actually really like him too. Some of the complaints, though, that I've seen from some of the Santos fans is that he switches off occasionally, which is something that you can work out of somebody's game, you know, as they get older. He's young, right? He's 23.
26.
Oh, well, no.
Prime years.
Middle of the road.
So,
Yeah.
definitely a better option than Schlegel. Definitely feel like we do need to sign a quality center back, and that could be a shout there.
I just want to say, we haven't really had a center back be great on set pieces, besides Carlos, maybe a few goals.
Yeah.
But he has, in 18 matches, he has 5 goals from the center back position.
Probably
So-
all headers.
Yeah.
Which is
Off
very
corner.
it's very fun. Yeah, corners, free kicks, we could be dangerous. I'd be
He's
fine with that.
speedy. He's got size. He's 26, coming into his prime.
Did you have his market value by any chance? Is that a no or is it?
Yeah,
high?
I do. It's high for sure. It is it's 6.5.
That's doable for us at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if you get him on the right contract, he could be a Tampa. So
If Miami's figuring out a way to do it, then
I agree.
we can surely figure out a way to do that. Anybody else want to go?
For the first option?
Yeah.
I also want the center back spot. I mean, we can get him on a free in the summer months, but my pick was Sergio Ramos.
Okay.
Little class, done it in Europe, still doing it at a high level out in Spain. Can bring that experience over here. I feel like he'd be a decent fit.
So
Why?
I was almost buckets.
I'm fully on board with Ramos. I honestly kind of wanted us to get him over here before he went to Sevilla.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is getting up there in age, and obviously the longer you wait, the older he is, the more chance he's just going to retire. So that was a guy that I would have liked to see come in, but I'm going to go with a completely different position on the pitch, and I'm going to go that we need to bring in somebody experienced at the 9 position for Duncan to continue to develop and grow alongside with, and somebody that's older but has done it all and has that experience. And I'm going to go with probably somebody that's one of the favorites of everybody in this room. Maybe not Dave, but I'm going to go with Olivier Giroud.
My goat.
Playing for Arsenal, playing for Chelsea, playing for AC Milan, winning the Champions League trophy, winning multiple trophies for all 3 clubs.
More for one.
We'll always have that Scorpion goal.
Was that a trophy?
Yeah. Whatever. Who do you have?
Like my players? That I want?
Yes.
All right. He has a legendary last name. His
Uh-huh.
father is quite literally a legend. Yunus Hadji, the Romanian GOAT. He's currently on loan in La Liga for Deportivo Alaves, but he is a player for Rangers. They bought him in 2020, 2021 for $3.5 million. If he's going straight out on loan, and he's 25, probably 24, 23 at the time of loan, they might still be trying to give him some time, but it might not exactly work out in Europe. And with his transfer value only being $4 million as a number 10 to come in, I don't see a problem with that. He's got the name that he has to try to live up to. Sometimes we all just know that doesn't work out 100% of the time. But he probably still is a very good player. He still could be a very good player. And coming to the MLS could be a place to revitalize his career or just become a club legend here, which I wouldn't mind. So $4 million for Georgie Hadji's son, I wouldn't mind at all.
Sticking with that position, somebody I'm going to give a shout to, but is not my second pick for a transfer, but is something that we were kind of talking about us needing to do as a club, is looking into the big leagues and their loan players and stuff like that. Charlie Patino at Arsenal is quickly reaching that age where it's either going to be signed for a long-term contract or shipped out somewhere else. Currently on loan at Blackpool. That's another option and another route for us to go to look for. He's obviously somebody that's going to be looking for a contract somewhere. So we could start looking at players like that in that position.
We do have that semi-relationship with Arsenal now.
Mm-hmm.
They came here and played against us in our stadium, and they were may still be interested in Facundo. So there is that working relationship that could work in that favor.
Dave, have you given anybody?
Not yet. I was kind of
Ramos. You did
the
give
first one, yeah.
All right, I'll give my second one. I'm going to stick with that Premier League type thing. It's a league I watch a lot, It's somebody that we heard a lot about growing up. It was supposed to be one of the next best things. Never really panned out. Never worked out at the big club he was at. Moved to another club on loan. Exploded there. Got called back to the big club. Didn't perform. Was shipped off. And is currently a free agent. And that is Jesse Lingard. A little bit older, obviously. Not somebody that we're looking for a long-term solution, but somebody that did it at the top level. Maybe didn't work out at United for the multitude of reasons that nobody works out at United recently. Not even for a slight. It's just not even against the player at this point because so many different managers, so much shit going on. But is somebody that is a free agent currently, is a big name, and has played at that top level that has that class and that quality to be that person to, score goals from us from that 10 spot.
Yeah. I think the MLS is starting to move away from that retirement home-ish thing.
Right.
Not saying that signing is retirement home-ish, but it is getting towards that age. And if he could still contribute for us, be a class player, I don't mind it. But I think moving away from signing the older players that have done their time in Europe would be a good thing for the MLS.
I'm not opposed. I'm not disagreeing with that. But also think it's better than the option we have there right now.
You're not incorrect. Yeah. Go ahead, Bryce.
Dog, I'm going to fuck this name up.
Here we go.
Help.
No.
Georgian de Arrasqueta.
Player for Flamengo. We're going to play them in preseason. Hopefully we sign him before. He's 29 years old. In 22 starts, he has 7 goals, 6 assists. And per 90, he creates, on average, 2.5 chances a game. So,
Fair.
He's more of a central midfielder, but he does like to get back and defend, which in Poppy's system is a very good thing. And he's shown that he can get forward and create chances and score his own chances. He's a good dribbler, and I mean, I don't know. I've watched some of his stuff, and he's quite a player. The only thing that scares me is his market value is 21 mil.
Yeah.
So that's scary.
He's a bigger name down south. I've obviously never really watched him, but I've just heard his name in and out through the years. Decent player, but that market value of 21 mil probably going to keep us from signing him. But realistically, that is a good type of player that we should sign. Just probably not at that value right now. Everybody else is going? Yes, no?
Except for you two.
You want to go?
Sure. I mean, my original thought, I was going to go someone a little less expensive than someone that Bryce was thinking of. He has a release clause of around 11 or 12 mil. I think that's in euros, though. I'm not sure how that translates to U.S. dollars, but it would have been Paulo Dybala. Somebody who could probably play the 10, work the strings. But honestly, I kind of really like the Jesse Lingard shout, especially if he's on a free. Signing him on a... Do you think he'd be a DP contract, or do you think we could sign him on...
Well, we could work a contract in to be allocation money, obviously. It just depends on how much he's willing to, get paid. So, yeah, I mean, that could definitely not even be a DP signing, but it potentially full and well could be a DP depending on how much we'd have to pay him to get him here. But, yeah, he's a little older, obviously that's...
Still balling.
But...
He is. I mean, there's nothing that made me happier than watching the lockdown Lingard, especially at West Ham.
Yeah.
He was
different.
Class.
Yeah. No, that was one of the best footballers in the league during that time.
That was Linsanity.
Yeah.
Over there.
Oh, like, not even like no bullshit. Like, he was
Lingard's
actually decent.
Hey.
No. It was good. And, I think he could tear it up over here. Both of those players. Dybala was somebody else that I also was thinking about. I just think he's got 2 years left on his contract.
He has until 2025, but again, the release clause. I mean,
Clauses.
how much did we pay for Facundo? Was that like 11, 8, 9? 8,
Yeah, I
9?
was going to say somewhere in that range, I feel like.
Heard.
But 11 is not unrealistic. So I feel like both of those are shouts, you know what I mean? There's something we should explore.
For that caliber of player, it's a step above. Someone who has proven it in the bigger leagues are the two that we've kind of mapped out.
So my guy's current market value is 16 mil, so that's a bit more doable.
That is.
But he's
Pretty
also
close,
in contract till December 31st, 2026.
So they're definitely
gonna
a lot
have-
more.
yeah.
Around that 16 mil price.
So mine is a center back, but the name it's Jerry St. Just. Don't know if you guys know who he is. Plays for Sporting Lisbon over in Portugal.
Okay.
He's a Dutch guy. Quick as all get out. And he can also play as a right back and a DM. So it's someone that's kind of versatile, but his main position, 99% of the time that he plays, is center back. So he's quick, he's versatile. It's market value, 10 mil. He's playing for Sporting in the Champions League. He's not going to happen. But someone that is versatile enough to possibly split out when we need it, because we always end up needing someone to play right back somehow. It's just how our club works. But also be that main center back with Robin. He's still, I believe, St. Just is 25, so in that age range. We need some pace. Robin's obviously going to lose it. Antonio was never the paciest, but he made it work. But we do need a quicker guy in that back line, and someone of that ability, play style. I think would fit us pretty well.
What did you say his name was?
Jerry,
Jerry?
can you spell it? Do you know how to say that?
Yes, I know that one.
ST Saint
St. Juice.
J Juice
Juiced.
Juiced
Juice, like
JUSTE.
JUICE.
I was about to say that boy better be fucking fast if he has a
He's
last
juiced.
name of St. Juice.
Juiced.
No, he might be. He's Dutch in
Drops.
whatever this, huh?
What?
Whatever this country is, I can't even tell what that flag is.
Come on.
He was a former Dutch under 21 player, so yeah, someone to that effect. I think would do us well.
Yeah, I mean, we've all got ideas here. I mean, I think we're all anxious to see the direction that the club's going to head this offseason. I feel like our first couple of signings will definitely tell us that. We'll get a good idea of what we're trying to do. Why don't you guys chime in, leave it in the comments, go ahead and on our Twitter and stuff like that. When you see these posts come up, go ahead and make sure you interact, put your stuff in there. Probably drop a poll at some point asking you what position you think is the most important for us to fill, all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you engage with it. Your voice needs to be heard, or there is none of us. So,
One last thing I'll say. I think during the draft, they interviewed. Why can't I think of his name?
Muzi.
Yeah, Luz Muzi. And they asked him about Orlando City's number 10 position. And he said they have a few guys in the mix. So we are in the market for one.
Cole Palmer.
But yeah, I mean, it's good to hear because we need one.
That we do.
well, we hope you like what you heard here today. Make sure you hit that like button, turn on the notification bell because we are posting more regularly. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and share this out to everybody. Let them know that the idiots are back in the studio, and it's coming out. All the content on all the platforms, on X at OCFanTV22, on Instagram at OCFanTV, on TikTok at OCFanTV. If you're listening to us, then you found us on Spotify, Apple Music, and every other streaming platform. If you're watching, then you already know what to do. Thanks to Believe for everything. Thanks to our sponsor, Bet Online, for sponsoring this episode yet again. Make sure you use that code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus.
And from our couches to yours, Merry Christmas
Merry
and Happy
Christmas.
Holidays.
Yes, happy holidays. To you and your family, whatever holiday you celebrate during this time of year. make sure you spend time with your family and enjoy it.
Also, good luck to anybody still in fantasy football playoffs. Only one guy here can still say that he is because
Actually, I have
Yeah.
other leagues. So.
in a certain league can still say. I'm sorry. Did you beat me? Did you?
I
can you
did
say
it
that you-
in the regular
did you
season.
beat me?
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Merry Christmas. Good luck in fantasy football.
fuck Liverpool. You're not ruining my Christmas.
Oh, dude, no. Who the fuck do we play? Fuck those guys.
Wolves.
Yeah,
On
fuck
Christmas
Wolves
Eve.
and fuck you, Mitch.